So yo, I was thinking about
What's
this
that?
past week. We did that panel discussion with Allied Beauty Association called Beauty While Black. So for those of you that don't know, Roy and I, we started out in the beauty industry. That's how we met. Well, really, we met working for ADT, but that's a whole nother story on the top of another story. But we've spent most of our careers in the beauty industry, and
Right.
so we sat in on this panel discussion on how we can make the beauty industry a more inclusive place. So what did you think about that
I thought it was
that
dope.
panel, Roy?
I thought it was pretty cool, man. Like, honestly, I was happy to be on that panel, being that I've been in the industry and I've experienced certain things that, being black in this industry. So it was very interesting. And I was actually, man, I appreciate the opportunity to even get up there and rattle some feathers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I didn't get to ask you though, man, what did you think of the whole discussion?
Well, it's interesting because when I was doing the planning for it, I kept thinking about all of the types of discussions that I've
Right.
heard or been on over the years, where we talk about the need for diversity. We talk about we need diversity. We need diversity. We need diversity. And I think what we're learning is that diversity is like this like creepy code word that makes cats feel better,
Yeah.
but doesn't actually change the game. And so I've been really thinking about it from a different perspective. And I think that during that panel, it started to come up that it's not about just like placating us by having, one black person in the room, or having one woman in the room, or
Right.
one gay person, or transgendered, or other marginalized communities in the room. We need to have our voices heard in the room.
That's right.
So instead of just diversity, I'm really focused on inclusion. I want seats at the table. I want decision makers. I want people being held accountable. And I think one of the things that we really came up at that discussion is that in order for this moment in time to make things feel different from all of the other calls for justice that we've had over the years, there has to be that level of accountability and inclusion. So I'm excited that other people was definitely on that same wave.
Right.
And I think there's, shout out to Donna and Paula and Brian and Charmaine for the other folks that were on this panel, because I think that collectively there's going to be other voices in the beauty industry that's going to be ready to mobilize in a way. And I'm glad to have played a small part in it,
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, man. Everything you said, I'm with it. And, being in, coming from the management situation in the beauty industry, I would see a lot of colored people, a lot of black people working in the warehouse, what I mean? And at first I didn't really think too much of it. But then when I was actually, just in the staff kitchen one day, getting my coffee, one of the warehouse dudes came. Actually, it was two black guys walked in, and they're like, "Oh snap! They let you guys. They got a black guy in management." And then it got me thinking, and I was like, "Yo, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy." And these dudes have been working there for 3-4 years. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I honestly would never knew they worked there if they didn't come in the kitchen at the same time I was. So, we definitely want. I think we definitely need to see more colored people, more black people in upper management.
Yeah, on the other side of the building. Now, what's dope about it though, when you catch those brothers in the warehouse, it's always love, right?
All love, yeah.
You're always like, yo, just drive your car around. I got you. I'm gonna throw this in your car. Oh, yo, you need some samples, B? Yo, just take them samples. Yo,
that's right. That's what's
there's
up,
always
man.
there's always a little bit of love that, and maybe they just nice guys and they're giving everybody love.
These are good dudes, man.
I always feel like I'm getting a little extra love from them. And I think just imagine that's on, the warehouse side. If we in the boardroom side,
that's what's up.
Get that extra love, right?
Right.
Do we get that extra support, that extra shout out? I want to shout out those we talk, every week we're going to talk about shouting out black businesses. I want to give a shout out to all those black salon owners, the spa owners, all of the cats that we know all across the country from coast to coast,
Right.
that are doing their thing, and getting ready to reopen or already fully reopened, and mad love to all those Black businesses. May they rise. We know from coronavirus that 70% of businesses going under are Black small businesses right now. So
That's right.
As we said last week, as we're gonna say every week, show love to your Black small business.
Yo, and you know what, man, that's a good point. And, you know, we all got to really, you know, start putting that money in back into the community. So with that said, I want to give a shout out to Athletic Leaders, which is in Mississauga. So it's something y'all may not know about me. About 10 years ago, I want to say 8 years ago, I was about 270 pounds. Right. So was, you know, out of shape and everything. And I bumped into my man's Granville. He is the owner of Athletic Leaders. And me and him chopped it up in the mall one day. And I'm like, bro, I need to get right. Dude said, say no more, come through. And 6 months later, I got my situation, you know what I mean, on the up and up. I lost like 70 pounds. So if anybody out there want to go get their body, get their physical in check, go check out my dude, Athletic Leaders, yo. You know what I mean? And talk to Granville.
I was going to ask you, so Granville took care of your body. I was going to ask you during that, you know, the Beauty While Black discussion, did you learn anything that will prevent you from ever having that bone crusher hairstyle that you used to have back in the day? You know what I'm saying? I know we got to pick it at that bone crusher.
I'm telling you, man, you know what, like, and that same picture is at Athletic Leaders. Those who want to go see, you can go see my transformation out there. I got the bone crusher picture. Like, I was baby bone crusher, y'all. Like, straight up. I had the hair out, you know what I mean? The man boobs. I was grooving, man, but I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe as easy, so things had to get right. You feel me? So, go if you need to get you.
not to make light of not breathing.
Right.
See, that's regular not breathing, not like, you know,
no.
Police involvement not breathing.
I was struggling to breathe due to being overweight. And you know, you chubby dude, you go for a jog, man. I'm almost dying right there. So I wasn't feeling it. I had 2 young kids at the time. So Granville was, you know what I mean? God sent this dude to me at the mall, and we chopped it up. And ever since that, man, I got, you know what I mean? So if y'all in that situation, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all want to get your body right, go check him out, man. Check out Athletic Leaders.
And you know, when we come out of this corona, like when we get the all clear,
right?
Like when everybody's like, yo, we got a vaccine, everybody can just go out and do their thing. You know, it's gonna be hot girl and hot boy summer. People go, now's the time to check your boy Granville.
Let me tell you something.
Get some virtual workouts so that when this summer jump off, you getting slim and trim, you know?
That's right. You know, and here's the thing, man. If you're a motivated person,
right,
you just always pushing for greatness, I hope you use this. If you use this corona time to build yourself, get your body right, get your mind right, get your, you know me, your spiritual right, you know, when this is done, it's going to have nothing but abs, mentally aware people on the street.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, everybody's going to be straight.
No doubt.
If you're doing the right thing.
Speaking of corona, man, before we take a break, how you feeling, man, this week? Another week in the cell, B.
Yo, straight up. Cages, man. Locked us up.
How you
like
been
cages.
This week?
Man, this week, you know, this week's been good, man. You know, like every week I try to look at the positive. I've been, you know, back on the grind, working in the lab, you know what I mean, creating content, doing that stuff. You know how it is. Yeah. So, I've just been blessed, man. Spent some time with the kids, did a little activity, got some, you know, trying to get consistent with the workouts and all that kind of stuff and watch what I eat. What about you, man? How's your week, bro?
Yo, I'm not doing.
You got your wall set up nice.
Yeah, my CD wall is coming. I had a lot of deadlines this week, so I was, mad stressed and like just focused, but try to spend a little time on my CD wall. I think next week, by next week podcast, it'll be done and done, but I was really working on my backyard so I can get this patio love going now that the weather's getting nice. And,
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that invite for the BBQ, son. Like, what's good,
It's
man?
not ready, son.
You better have some jerk chicken there, though.
It's not ready, son. Like they used to say back in the day, we will pour no wine before it's time. We will have no barbecue until the deck is through.
I got
you know what I'm saying?
you.
A little freestyle there for the people. Yo,
no half-assing it, full ass that.
Yeah, no, yeah. We're gonna go full ass on it. So
no
this week we spending the whole week. If you don't know, this weekend, by the time you leading up leading up will be Father's Day weekend. Right. We're gonna talk about why Father's Day is like the stepchild of the holidays, and we're gonna build our perfect Father's Day in the starting five.
That sounds dope.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. But first, let's take a break. Welcome back to Black Fathers Matter, BFM. The song that I think a lot of people's Father's Day, one of the songs that a lot of people come to think of right off the top for classic songs talking about fathers and sons is Just the Two of Us by Will Smith. On the sample from Bill Withers, rest in peace to Bill Withers. You shouldn't have hit your wife, but that's another story for another day. So anyway, this candy is jacking me up. And for me, this Just the Two of Us song is like the only Will Smith song I like. For real? I think like I just can't mess with him as a rapper. So I'm gonna say that he should just stick to movies, and fortunately, he's not rapping anymore. What do you think about that?
Well, yo, he did come back out recently on a remix. He did come out on a remix.
With his son?
No, not with his son, man. I believe it was, I forget the dude's name, man. This dude is fire, though. He had a song called I Think I'm Will.
Okay.
And Will heard it, and he felt dope about, he felt great, man. So he came back on a remix. It's one of those things where a song comes on, I switch it. But if I'm sometimes you hear the songs and it gets stuck in your head and you can't get it out.
Right.
So Just Two of Us is one of the songs that, that did get stuck in my head. And, I like the message. I like the video. It was pretty dope. It was better, no shade, but yeah, shade, man. Getting jiggy with it. I wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to get jiggy with it.
On the right day.
Right.
On the right day with the right, cocktail, I can rock with getting jiggy with it.
Really?
That's it, though. That's it.
See that? Yeah, I don't.
That's it.
No, I'd rather rock with If You Think I'm Jiggy by the Lox.
True. I would rather rock with Enemy of the State and watch that Will Smith Enemy of the State. Shout out to Lisa Bonet. Come on, man. That movie is fire. What I want to talk about really is what you started bringing up is why is Father's Day the stepchild of all Father's Day?
So
Why do you think that is?
Yo, it's like this, man. The term deadbeat dad. Why is there a term called why is that term around when there is there a term for a mother? Deadbeat mom?
Miserable mom? Monkey neck mom?
That's not how the world looks at it though, right?
No.
It's easier for the world to look at deadbeat dads because the mom is always the nurturing. And shout out to the moms, by the way, man. They full of love and nurture and all that good stuff. But yo, the dads, we got love too. And for the dads that are doing the right thing, we would like that day not to feel like that stepchild. I have no problem with females calling a dude a deadbeat if he is a deadbeat.
Right.
But don't call a good father that your kids love a deadbeat if he's not.
No doubt. Even playing. But do you think your kids think of you as a dead not as a deadbeat, but okay. I mean, do you think your kids think of you as less than, like, on the Mother's Day, Father's Day scale? Do they think of those days equally, or do they always give extra shine to Mother's Day?
See, man, it's we don't really acknowledge those days that much in this household. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
so like, you know, I think it's probably, they probably look at it equally, right?
Yep.
And usually we doing that. It's like, you know, breakfast in bed. We keep it low key type of thing, right?
Right.
But the way I see it from like, you know, media, how they portray it, man, Mother's Day, you seeing all these commercials. Every channel you're watching has a Mother's Day commercial, whether it's jewelry, flowers. Get your mother the right gift. Get, you
No
know, you
doubt.
don't hear too many of that.
Yo.
You know what we see for Father's Day commercials? Cups. We getting mugs, yo.
Okay.
I'm tired of these mugs.
Okay. So you unlocking this. You get into exactly where I thought we might get.
Okay.
There is a conspiracy against Father's Day.
You're right.
Let me say that again. Let me just
repeat what you
make sure
said. I don't think they hear you.
There is a conspiracy against Father's Day that is put together by home improvement stores,
right?
Like some type of mom's political action committee, because they want to hold down Father's Day. And the home improvement stores are like, yo, let's big up that you can buy them a drill. You can buy them it's never anything that you really like real want, but you would never buy, like a compressor or like a, you know, like a hitch for your truck. So you know, like it, or RV. It's always like, yo, here's a screwdriver.
Yo, get me courtside tickets to the damn Raptors, son.
I'll take 300 seats to the
Give
Raptors.
Me that.
But you know, so we fall into the same trap. Men fall into the same trap because we go out for Mother's Day and we go full out. Like
massage, breakfast.
It's
dinners,
always combos. It's always combos.
Flowers and it's chocolates.
It's a full day. Starts in breakfast, ends with dinner. Right? It's a full day. You got to be thinking about it all day.
And not to mention all the kisses these mothers be getting. Mad kisses. Kids would be, oh, mom, I love you. Nonstop.
Yeah. We don't get, we like, hey, dad. That's what we get.
You know, high fives.
Hey, dad. Like, I want breakfast in bed. Where's my hot pocket?
Get a toast with some butter on it.
Now, so do you think though that moms or second moms or second dads, like however the family structure works, do you think that the other parent should be responsible for giving a gift to the father or vice versa to the mother? Like, do I have to give my baby's mother a gift for Mother's Day or give my wife a gift for Mother's Day? She's not my mother.
Exactly. You know what? And here's the thing with that. I don't think you do. Right?
Okay.
So what I do is the way I work it out, like I don't buy her a gift for Mother's Day. She ain't my mom.
Right.
But I will have the talk with my girls, with my kids, and be like, yo, it's Mother's Day coming up. Y'all better got something good because I ain't trying to deal with all the you know what I mean, an upset mom who didn't get nothing. So y'all better get your stuff together. And then I asked them, yo, what y'all want to get her? Right? And that's how I get kind of locked in because they always broke.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. So I was going to say, you're saying that you're not shelling out any cash for Mother's Day?
Oh, I'm shelling out cash.
Okay.
I'm shelling out cash.
Right. So for Father's Day, do you think there's the same responsibility? Like what do you think that you're going to get from them tomorrow or on Father's Day? Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good question. You know what? I'll tell you what I'm not going to get. I'm not going to get a vacation to Jamaica by myself so I can relax for a whole week and think about.
No, you're not getting that. No,
okay,
but that's fact. So we're going to talk about that. That's ideal Father's Day gifts. That's for later.
Yeah. You know, honestly though, what I think I'm going to get though for Father's Day, man, I may get a t-shirt. I hope I don't get a mug. I know for sure I'll get a couple hugs and kisses, and I might get breakfast in bed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Depending on who's making it, it may be like a jail breakfast versus a, resort type of breakfast. So,
Right.
what about you, man? What do you think you're gonna get tomorrow? I mean, like on Father's Day.
This is the first year that I totally don't know, because for the last few years, all my Father's Day presents have been coming from the school.
Yes.
The school
You're
shop.
right.
Right.
Yo, they got these kids making cards, yo.
I get that fresh card.
Oh, man.
I have I was gonna bring it on screen and I left it over there, and I don't want to stand up and show everybody that I'm not wearing any pants. But there's a rock over there that says Dad Rocks. That came from that shop.
Right.
And there's a number one dad screwdriver that I have that I just found. So I don't know what I'm gonna get this year. I might get. I'm thinking Mug Life. I think is probably
Mug Life. Yeah.
Mug Life.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. The number one dad trophies, and number one dad this, and number one dad that. It's cool. But you know what really kind of. Yeah. Here's the thing, man. When I got this mug, I felt good. Right. I felt, these guys are thinking about me. They got me a mug.
Right.
So I like the mug.
Okay.
Right. So now I go over to my brother-in-law's house.
Oh no!
The fool got the same mug, yo.
Oh, they did the two.
I'm just like, yo, and then I go to work, talking to one of my coworkers. They pulling out the same mug, and I'm like, okay, you know what, man? Y'all need to stop buying me these commercialized gifts, man. I can't be watching. It's like your kids buying you a hat, and you go outside. Every dad's rocking the same
hat. Yeah.
Like, yo, I thought it was special.
So one of the things I'm going to miss this year about the NBA, about Father's Day, is that there's no NBA. Nor right now there would be NBA Finals games, or certainly Eastern Conference, Western Conference Finals games, and it made me, sad. But of course, it's coming back pretty soon. Hopefully, everybody stays in that bubble. No one gets sick, because I would, if I have to go again without the NBA, I'm gonna be an unhappy camper, especially this year since I bought League Pass for the first time. I'm not even getting the full benefit of it. We're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come back with some of those questions. Thank you for rocking with Black Fathers Matter. All right, welcome back to Black Fathers Matter. It's the segment of the show where we try to add some fatherly advice called Help a Brother Out. We need your daughter to come on and sing "Help a Brother Out."
For real, we definitely need that.
Yeah, you need to cue up for that.
We gonna get that. We gonna get that going.
Leah, we need a little track. Help a brother out. Anyway, so you can send us your questions to bfm@catchafire.com. We'd love to hear from you. You can drop us on IG. Brother Roy, you got that first question.
Yo, I got the first question. This question actually came last week. We didn't do the Help a Brother Out segment, so I definitely want to touch on this. So, this one says, this question is actually for you, Ralph. So it says, "What's up, Black Fathers Matter?" This question is for Ralph. Ralph, I am 21 years old. I just had my son. I'm a new father. I know you have older sons. What would you tell yourself right now if you could speak to yourself when you had your son?
Oh,
that's a deep one, man.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good question, because I want to know this answer.
I think what I would say to my younger self now is to sleep. Because the what kills you in the beginning, it's not the baby crying, it's not the change to the routine, it's that you don't get good sleep. And when you don't get good sleep, everything else goes to the pooper, right? So when you can sleep. When the baby sleeps, sleep. And then if you can get to eat, that's great. If you can get a shower, that's great. But if I had to choose again between sleep and a shower, I would pick sleep. The second thing is that I would say is that babies aren't interesting in the beginning.
All they want is poop and feed.
Yeah. Like you're gonna feel a little bit like a sucker because there's really nothing for you to do initially. So just like wait it out, and then it gets better and better. And eventually, whether you have a son or a daughter, you'll be sitting down to show them Star Wars and Fast and Furious and all kinds of cool things. But the beginning is really for the moms. If you play your cards right and just lay in the pocket, then it becomes about the dads, and then you can rock it. What advice would you give them?
Well, if I could talk to, say, Roy when my first daughter was born 17 years ago, I would just tell him, like, dude, like you said, take care of yourself, because self-care is definitely important. But I would also tell myself, don't stress out too much, man. Everything's going to work out, because I stress out a lot. I worried a lot. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest thing, because, especially, being having your first kid, you have all these what if.
Yeah.
Right? From the time the baby's in the womb, you're what ifing your whole thing. And it's just, it's nerve wracking. So I would just say chill, and enjoy it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Yep, I agree. All right.
What you got, man? You got a next question out there?
Yeah, I got the next one. All right. So this one is a little bit, we might get in trouble for trying to answer this question. Okay. After listening to your stories about dumb daddy shit, I have a funny story for you. So a couple nights ago, I consumed my evening's edible and then sat down to watch John Wick 3. My 8-year-old son woke up to go pee, and he saw me watching TV, and so he came in and asked for a snuggle. I was thinking that he was just going to fall asleep, but when I woke up the next morning, he says to me, "Dad, that was a great movie." Wow. What do I do now?
Ooh.
Well, first of all, John Wick 3 is a good movie.
It is. It definitely is. And I don't think it's for kids, though.
What concerns me is the way this guy wrote it was that he says it was his evening edible. What concerns me is, does that mean he has like a morning edible and an afternoon edible?
That's a good question.
I'm just saying, because that might have added to some of the questionable decisions.
Evening edible, is that is he looking at it like it's happy hour? Like,
maybe,
you know what I mean?
Maybe. I think the first question that you have to ask is your kid a snitch?
Right.
Is your kid a snitch? Because if you have your kids are like my kids, your kids are eventually going to tell their friends that they watch John Wick 3. And those friends are going to tell their moms, "Hey, Mom, can we watch John Wick 3?" And then those moms are going to call your girl or your wife or your husband and say, "Hey, you let your kid watch John Wick. My kid watch John Wick 3. What the hell's wrong with you?"
Right.
So you need to understand what kind of son you have and then make your pimp decision based on that. Shout out to Cat Williams. What you think?
Yo, man, you're right with that, and the crazy thing is, because you got to know if your kid is going to go snitch about it. My daughter, who's 10, man, she has friends who watch all kind of crazy movies with their moms. I'm talking about Friday, like movies like that. And I'm just like, what? Like Bad Boys 3 and, like Bad Boys 2 and stuff like that. And she'll come home and be like, "Yo, can I watch that?" I'm like, hell no. Come back in like 5 years from now. We ain't watching that. I don't care who's watching it, but the good thing is, at least this guy had his evening edible and didn't leave that laying around, because that wouldn't turn too good if that kid found that.
Right. Could have been worse if he had evening edible number 1, but left evening edible number 2 sitting right there waiting for, the first one to kick in. So it's not that. Please, ladies and gentlemen, keep your edibles locked up away from your.
And you know what? Shout out to this guy for being responsible. It doesn't, you know what I mean? So that wasn't the situation. So,
what was he responsible about?
I mean, like, he ate the edible. The kid didn't get it. But the baby watching John, I mean, the kid watching John Wick, that's a whole different situation.
Okay. All right.
At least it didn't end in an emergency room. That's all I'm trying to
Yeah. You need to find out whether or not your kid is a snitch, then act accordingly. You have one more?
Yeah, I got one more, man. Let me go right into this. What up, BFM? Can you please settle a conversation between me and my boys? And it led to a conversation. We are jonesing for basketball like you guys, and we have had a debate on the best small guard one-on-one battle. Allen Iverson versus Isaiah Thomas. Who wins?
Okay, so
I'm an AI fan, but
okay. Well, hold. Before you answer, I just want to, for the record, we are we talking about Isaiah Thomas, Bad Boys? Or we talking about like AA Isaiah Thomas from like Denver and Sacramento? Because I'm talking about, if we talking about,
are we talking about the prime? I'm thinking prime.
We're talking about the original Isaiah from Detroit.
Exactly.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure, because these young cats, sometimes they don't know their history.
That's right. So,
all right, so who you picking? AI versus the OG Isaiah Thomas.
You know what? I'm going to go with AI, man. I'm an AI fan. I'm sorry, Isaiah. You know what I mean?
That's it? No explanation?
Point guard, man. I don't know. This is kind of biased for me because I grew up watching AI. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I loved everything this guy did. His commercials, you know what I mean? His crossovers, like just running like 60-point games. You know what I mean? So Isaiah Thomas is dope, but I just feel like it's an unfair type of battle. You feel me?
Here's the question. The question is, can Isaiah catch AI?
Oh, hell no.
Because if he can catch him, he's going to put him on the ground.
Oh, of course. Of course.
And if he can put him on the ground enough times, it's just a question of who's stronger, them shoulders of and elbows of Isaiah Thomas, or how many shots can AI take?
That's right.
And that's going to determine who ends up. But I think it would be close, but and I don't want to say
it'll be a battle. It'll be a battle for sure.
It would be a battle, and I'm going to say AI would win. But man,
it'll be a tight battle, man. I feel like with Isaiah in his prime, when he was fast and he was running that point guard position, if you take that Isaiah with Iverson, you know what I mean, maybe 2000 Iverson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That'd be a crazy ass battle.
You know what's crazy though? And we'll take a break. I would take Gary Payton before both of them.
Really? Gary Payton, he was fire though, man.
GP,
yo, you bringing up dudes, man. Like because Tim Hardaway. Remember Tim Hardaway?
Killer crossover. Yo, people don't know, man.
Steve Francis. You know what I mean? In his prime, in his prime, not after.
Yeah, because I'm still bitter about that because I'm trying not to remember like New York Knicks Steve Francis.
Yeah, I know.
Francis.
Man.
You know what's crazy? In the dunk contest with the Vince dunk contest,
right?
Steve Francis was crazy.
Yo, that was that was a franchise.
That was crazy.
Those are franchise days.
Any other year, he would have won. Anyway.
Anyways, yo. You got a next question, or should we go on a break?
No, we're gonna wrap it up. But if you have any further questions, please send them to bfm@catchafire.com or shoot us a DM on IG. And you can also on YouTube, Apple TV, Apple Podcasts. Shout us wherever you can. We really appreciate it. Love to answer those questions, and we'll be right back with our starting five. We're going to build our perfect Father's Day. So, a lot of times we don't get to plan the day that we have. Our kids plan it, or our partners plan it. This time, starting five, we're going to build for each of us what your perfect Father's Day looks like.
That's right.
Where are you? What are you listening to? What are you eating? what's one thing you're going to do with your kids, and what's one thing you'll do by yourself. All right? So first off, I am going to go first. And if I pick it, then obviously you can't do it. So,
okay. What's number one?
I'm going to say that where I am is on a yacht in Sardinia.
Ooh.
I say I'm going to be on a yacht because if I'm on a yacht, today I can be here and tomorrow I can be wherever I want to be. And I'm going to sail the Mediterranean, enjoy life, see all the European countries, just live that lavish, glorious, Black excellence life. That's my number one. Where am I? So where are you? Anywhere in the world.
Where am I? I'll tell you. So, where I'm going to be on an island, island of Jamaica, in the grill, chilling, drinking a nice coconut water, enjoying some of the island's greeneries, and just, baking in the sun. That's where I'm at.
Are you like, because you're African, do you get like mad crispy in the sun?
Nah, dude, I don't get crispy. I get a couple shades darker.
Okay.
I peel, but I've only peeled if I go to the Dominican. I don't know, man. They sun is crazy out there. It's like that Dominican sun, but most of the times I just, get a couple shades darker and just bake out there. Listen, man. I'm not talking about tanning, bro. This is not what I'm not trying to be tanning. I'm just curious. On Father's Day. I'm just enjoying the weather.
Do you put on suntan lotion?
Hell no. I should though, but you know what I mean? I come out looking Nigerian after I've been in the sun for 3 hours.
Yeah, I was just wondering, how dark you got because you got those
dark,
roots.
Bro.
Okay.
I get dark.
All right. So you're in Jamaica. All right, cool. So what are you listening to? So I am listening. If I have one album to listen to and I just want it to be like relaxing and just luxurious, or if I want to keep it like, hoodie life, street life, but this is going to be a relaxing kind of Father's Day, just mellowed out. I'm going to listen to, so many albums. I'm going to listen to Jill Scott, her first joint, just take a long walk with Jill and just enjoy the day. What are you listening to?
Wow, man. You went to Jill Scott when I just take a long walk. That sounds dope. That sounds beautiful. Since I'm in Jamaica, man, I'll be listening to some island vibes, man. You know what I mean? I might be listening to some, definitely going to bump some Bob Marley, man, because that music make you feel right, man. I just want to feel love that day. I just want to feel happy, grateful.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to kill that vibe by listening to some trap music, Right. So I want to keep the vibrations on that positive vibe. So definitely going to be listening to some Bob Marley, man.
Bob Marley. Okay. So what am I eating? So I'm on this yacht, feeling the salty air, the breeze. It's all like, fresh. So I'm going to keep it fresh. I'm going for like a seafood platter type thing. I'm going to have some oysters. I want to have some cracked crab. I want to have like a lobster, but not a lot of lobster because, crab is better than lobster in my opinion. So I want to keep it, maybe some snow crab, which is for me better than the king crab. And because it's Father's Day, some shrimp, some jumbo shrimp. And because it's Father's Day, I'm not even cracking nothing. I'm just sitting back and someone's just handing it to me like, oh, here's a shrimp. Here's a shrimp, Mr. Ralph.
They're just feeding you like King Solomon feeding them grapes and stuff. You just sitting there.
All right. What are you eating?
Man, you picking some good foods right there, man. I can't even repeat on that. So since I'm going to be in the islands, man, I'm going to be having some island food, bro. I'm going to be eating some jerk chicken, some jerk pork, you know what I mean? Gonna have some rice and peas with that. Some coleslaw, gotta have that coleslaw with it. You know what I mean?
What kind of gravy?
It's oxtail gravy on that.
I was just checking. Man. There's always oxtail gravy.
Always oxtail gravy. So some oxtail gravy on that joint. And man, I'm just gonna eat that food and enjoy it, man. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right.
Have a party in my mouth or something. That's what's up.
All right. So with my kid, the one thing I'm gonna do with my kids is, and it's something that we haven't done this year because of social distancing. But one of my favorite things to do with my kids is go on hikes.
Right.
And so I live in an area where there's lots of natural waterfalls all over the place. And so we just, every weekend we used to like find a waterfall that we hadn't been, kind of do the hike and go, and like sometimes it's a waterfall that you can just see, and sometimes a waterfall that you can just jump in and kind of swim around. So it's just a fun thing that feels the thing that's like most like something that belongs to us. Yeah. And I will have been eating all this seafood and just sitting on this yacht. So I'm gonna need to stretch my legs a little bit. So I would go on a hike with my kids. What about you?
So, being in the same environment that I'm at, what I would be wanting to do with my kids that day, I want to just chill on the beach and watch a sunset. You know what I'm saying? And just laying there, man, just talking, bonding, laughing, that kind of stuff, man.
Okay. I
Things
like that.
Just make you feel bubbly inside your spirit.
Okay. And so the thing that I would do by myself, so my kids are asleep, everybody's, chill. It's just me on the couch, and I'm going to sit back and I'm just going to watch a classic movie, like something that's just classic. So I don't know, depends on the day, how I'm feeling. Set It Off, New Jack City, like take it back, 90s, Belly, one of those joints, and I'm just gonna sit back, just remember that perfect day, make sure I have the nice cocktail, little something, little mojito, little sangria, I don't know, depending on how I'm feeling. I got you. But just me time, watching a flick, sipping on something nice. What about you?
Yo, man, you know what? The movie sounds dope, but
you can't pick a movie.
I can't pick a movie. You're right, man. So you know what I like doing, man? Me time, like once fam's in bed and the kids in sleep and everybody doing their own thing. My thing is put on some stand up. I watch some Delirious, some Seriously Funny. Just sit back. I like to laugh, man. So I'm sit back there, enjoy a nice little cocktail, and just giggle to myself. You feel me?
Yeah.
Nice. I find, honestly, man, when I laugh like that, like going to bed, I sleep like a baby. I wake up and I feel nice. So laughter brings healing. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing, man.
All right.
And you know what? If I was watching a movie, it would be something funny. It'd be some Dolomite type movie. Because here's my thing, right? Like, when I used to, me time and I sit there and watch a movie, man, I get invested, bro.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting there watching some movie which is emotionally up and down, I'm exhausted after that movie.
Yeah. Can't watch Glory. No. Can't watch Shawshank. Can't watch any of that. No. Yeah. You got to watch something that's like just completely ridiculous, and you're just gonna be sitting back and you just be like,
and just crack up with it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what? The last movie that I did this to, and it just had me bugged out. I was like, how you watch a show on Netflix and then it like picks the next show for you?
Yeah, that's right.
And sometimes you just be in that zone where you're like, yo, Netflix, whatever you pick is what I'm going to watch.
I'm with it.
I'm with it all the way, right? So I had watched, I watched whatever movie, which I can't remember. And the next movie that pops up was The Wrong Missy by with David Spade. Yo, you seen that movie?
I saw that movie, man. I saw that movie.
Yo, Missy is crazy.
She's wild, son. She's wild, man. She wild.
So, yeah, man. So I would watch something that just would have me, like you said, laughter is healing. And, you really got to get deep in the laugh.
Yes.
If you're doing it right, you probably even need like a double feature. You need something to like get you like your giggles bubbling, and then the second movie, and then you really like, ready
Be laughing,
blast off. So
that's right. Cramping your abs, everything, man. You rolling around in pain, laughing, farting.
Yeah. So whatever you guys get up to for Father's Day, man,
Right.
I just hope that it's what you want. It's what that you get some time to eat what you want, drink what you want, enjoy both with your kids and without your kids.
Exactly. That's the most important thing, man. I just want if you a dad out there, I just want you to spend your Father's Day getting that love from your kids, you know what I'm saying? And just giving them love, man, because that's the most important thing. You wouldn't be a father if it wasn't for them. So
well, no, they wouldn't be kids if it wasn't for you.
But you wouldn't be a dad if you didn't have kids.
Yeah, but maybe you'd have different kids.
Yo, this is like the chicken. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I get that. You know what I mean? We're going to go down that rabbit hole. That's going to take us another hour and a half.
No, we're not going to do that. We're going to take a break where we're going to come back. We'll do our final call, and that's it. Black Fathers Matter. Thanks, guys. So we could do it. We could do it in a few ways, right? We could do Welcome Black. We could do we could do we could say, we're gonna take a break and be right on black.
We're gonna take a black break.
We're gonna take a black break. Wait, what else could we do? We're gonna. No. How do we? Could we begin the show? Yeah, could we begin the show? Black. No, we can't really begin it.
No, we have to throw that. The intro has to have the right name, and then we gonna mess with it the whole time.
Welcome Black. Welcome. Well, we could just say at the beginning, Welcome Black. Welcome Black. Welcome Black to Black. Welcome Black to Black Fathers Matter. That sound. You know who could say that really well? Flavor Flav.
Welcome Black to Black Fathers Matter.
I hope Flavor Flav is okay, man.
Yeah. I just saw like I was reading something. And his kids like trying to divorce him.
His kids are trying to divorce him. Yo,
they don't want nothing to do with this guy, man.
Which flavor of love? Woman
that like
was your favorite? Like
Hoops.
I don't know how many seasons. Hoops.
She was the most normal one there, dude. Everyone was so extra and weird, and you know what I mean. She was just chill, dude, and she played ball too.
I like Delicious.
Yeah, but Delicious came. She was
later, right?
She came later though.
She came later.
And she came with that big booty. So it was just like, whoa. Like, that's when, like, the whole internet was, like, on that gigantic.
When you think about Flavor of Love, like, if I just said, you know how you play that game?
Yeah.
Like,
what do you think of?
Like, when you think of Flavor of Love, what's the first thing you think of? Quick. Don't think. Just whatever you got.
I just think of Krusty Flav, man.
Okay. No. That's wrong. There is a right answer to this.
Yo, you think of the show? Like, this guy is a clown, B.
When I think of Flavor of Love, there's only one thing to think about.
What you think of New York?
When Peaches spit on New York.
Oh. Yo, why did I forget that?
Yo, that was television history, dog.
Yo, she spat in her mouth or something.
Yeah,
it went in her mouth and she like,
They slowed it down like the JFK film.
You saw it going like, hey, going in. Yeah.
Yo,
that beatdown was insane, dude.
If she had caught her flush, she'd still be in a coma.
Dude. Yeah. Damn.
She's probably the one person she's probably the one person in reality TV show history that got no residuals. Because once you've shown the world that you spit on people, no one wants you.
Ain't nobody want that, man.
Yeah, they're like, nah. We can't have you come in.
Love and hip hop ain't that ratchet. Like they be
throwing drinks, but they ain't spitting in people's mouth, yo.
Yeah, they can't be like, yo, we're gonna have you come to the Cocoa Lounge in Coconut Grove for an appearance, and you're like, oh no, Peaches is coming. Nah, she can't come. She spit on people. You be showing up wearing your
beat down though, man. She gotta beat down. Like I'm pretty sure she ain't walking around spitting on people no more.
You be
like New York trained her after that.
If you go into a show and Peaches is there, you gotta wear your PPE. B. You gotta just be you gotta be full mask.
You gotta bust out that Corona mask, yo.
Yeah, you just gotta.
Ain't no
looking like Bane.
Peaches.
Yo, you don't want none of that Peaches snot.
Oh.
So next week, starting 5, the Blackity Black Ass Black Name Challenge.
Shaquanda.
All names are allowed. All Black culture names are allowed.
Okay. But yo, see,
but they can't be. But you can also, like, if you try to string together a bunch of names, like it has to be legit Blackity Black Ass
like
name.
Lee John or something.
Right, like that's a real name. But if you try to be like Lee John or Shaquanda, my mama, no. It's got to be a real name that you could point to a real human being and be like that.
But listen, man, Blackity Black names don't always have to sound like that, because remember, like, here's the thing, man. If a girl walked up and you're like, yo, what's your name? And she's like, my name's Mercedes. That's a Blackity Black name.
Oh yeah, yo,
so like your mama was a stripper.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
walk around with a name like Lexus. That's it. Don't have to have Shondas or anything to be a Blackity Black name.
Yo, so I'm not gonna remember this correctly, but there's an old friend of mine named Max. He married a girl named Brandy, and if I'm remembering it correctly, she had 2 sisters. And one of them was named Hennessy, and the other one was named Moet. I am almost certain. I'm gonna have to send this Hennessy to my boy Ludovic and Max to confirm that. But I'm pretty sure.
Shout out to Hennessy out there, man.
Yo, shout out.
Lit. We get drunk off that.
So yeah, Hennessy, Brandy, and Moet.
Wow.
Yeah,
her parents were really like on one. Like, yo, what we gonna drink tonight? Yo, brandy. We make a brandy.
That's what
a couple years later, let's do some Moet. Let's make a Moet.
That's what they were on that special night.
That's exactly what it sounds like, man. Could have been worse though.
So next week, Blackity Black Ass Black names for the starting 5.
Welcome Black to Black Fathers Matter. Yo, so this is the end of the show. We just wrapping it up right now. So we're going to get into the tip of the week. So I'm going to swing it over to Ralph. Ralph, you got a tip for us?
Yeah. One of the things I'm really looking forward to when we start to get out is and be able to social distancing is having people over to like enjoy my spot and fellowship and barbecue and do all of that.
Break bread.
And so the tip that I have, and I think I mentioned something about like making things with your kids and building things. I think like making it so I worked with my kids to build a floating deck so that we can sit out and enjoy the summer. It's going to teach your kids, if you got a kid that doesn't like math, not interested in math, talking about how many things to cut, how many inches to cut and move pieces around and into big jigsaw puzzle and doing things like that. Just gets their hand dirty, gets them messy. They start to play with power tools. Be careful with that, of course. But I think for me and my kids, just anytime we're able to get our hands into stuff, they're not thinking about video games or anything like that. They're just thinking about being outside and enjoying. So build things with your kids, whether it's inside with Lego or Jenga or that kind of stuff, or outside building a deck. What about you? What's your tip?
That was a good one, man. My tip is around the same lines as you. I know you were talking about building and making physical things with your kids and stuff, which is dope. See, the one thing that comes out of building those things physically and using your hands with your kids is, you know, memories. And my tip would be just build these positive memories with your kids. Like, you know, whether, you know, you're, you know, doing, you know, just going on a walk with them, you know, you want to have those memories, build those memories with these kids because they remember those things, man. You know, it could be the smallest things. You don't have to go on a vacation for a kid to have a memory. Like most of my fondest memories were just me just sitting and, you know, just sitting next to my pops and just, you know what I mean? We may not even say anything. It could be like too few words, but just sitting there and just feeling like, you know, those are definitely good things that you're going to remember. So definitely build those memories.
Yeah.
Stuff with your kids.
Cool. So that is the show. Thank you again for joining us on Black Fathers Matter. You can find us now on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, on Spotify for the audio content. There's always going to be special stuff on the video content on YouTube.
That's right.
So you can find us on YouTube or at catchafire.com. Tell a friend, like us and follow us. Please, if you have any questions for Help a Brother Out, drop them to bfm@catchafire.com. Next week, we're going to do this again. But until then, stay safe and keep your black ass
That's right.
at home.
Right. BFM, we out.